It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home. For Phoenix, it's been a difficult part of the season. We've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And you look at the Hawks.
Is that a hawk?
Wow, that's not a healthy hawk.
Okay.
Coach Mike Budenholzer has created an identity and a style of play for this team. Some big roster changes, but they keep trucking right along.
But, you know, he's got the championship pedigree. You know, his time with the Spurs, remember those years when he was, you know, a Spur assistant? So now he's got his own opportunities, and players respect that.
Well, you know, they also respect his knowledge of the game, and, you know, he inspires them, and he promotes great team chemistry.
You want to give me that hawk again?
It sounds like an eagle.
Eagle, hawk, same thing. They
Or a
got
seagull.
wings and they fly.
Yeah, more like a seagull than an eagle. Yeah. Sounds like
not
on the
really
beach.
like a seagull, just not like a...
If I go outside right now, 50 hawks will come.
Okay.
You know why? I'm the Birdman. I didn't say that all year.
We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. The Hawks will kick off their road trip right here. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
You know, Kevin, even though this team has really struggled recently, whenever they go on the road, they just seem to play better. I mean, the road has been kind of a refuge for them, and that's not typical. But in this team's case, it's been working.
And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. Reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and the good things happen.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Schroeder in a point. The Suns shooting their first free throw tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Chris.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted with Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
Now here's Prince. Prince. Here's Dedmon. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board, then right back up.
And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting 5 the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you could see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
Hawks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Schroeder against Payton, and it's Schroeder missing.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
The drive by Booker. Atlanta with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
4 on the clock. Here's Bazemore. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You see Bazemore has the courage to take and make these contested jumpers.
Payton with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
It's deflected. Down low. That shot off the mark. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Booker outside. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bazemore. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Good luck keeping pace with Baze in transition. He is built for that.
And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. You remember he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
You know, he was undrafted out of Old Dominion. Ken Bazemore has come a long way. Didn't get much run his first few years in the league, but now he's an impact player.
Now here's Payton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And now here's Chris. Shoots from the line. Offensive rebound. Chandler. Second chance shot. Payton with another miss. The Hawks leading by 3. Kicks it out to Schroeder. There's the pick. No good off the front iron.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Inside, here's Prince, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Schroeder against Payton. Chandler outside. Here's Booker. And that one goes long.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Now here's Bazemore, covered by Payton. And here's Bazemore. 17 points for him last game against Portland.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Now here's Payton. It's a three-point game. Chandler down low. We saw him with 10 points last game. Payton gets the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Bazemore. The Hawks working the ball around. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
For Atlanta, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Alex Lenz checked in for Tyson Chandler.
One shot.
And that one misses. And the Hawks with an unselfish offensive style. Players in motion, a lot of spacing, and Steve Smart shot selection.
Yeah, it is. But what they really need is they need more shooters and playmakers. They don't have enough of them. Right now, their offense is predicated on guys who have a high skill level. I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 25-point game against Portland.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Goes back up. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds in the game. And in general, this Suns team looks to push the tempo, Greg, and play at a very high pace whenever they can.
You know, if you look over the history of the franchise, they've always been at their best when they've played that style. The Suns and that run and gun mentality just seem to go hand in hand. And I think also it happens to work well with the athletes that are presently on this roster.
So for the Suns, Williams, he's checked in for Chris. And it's T.J. Warren in for Jackson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Muscala's checked in. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Len. Warren on the wing. Guarded by Prince. Warren kicks to Williams. Back to Warren. Pass to Ulis from outside the arc. That's tipped. The Hawks trailing. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
And David, thank you. What do you think, guys? Smart to center their game plan around the opposing defense?
I kind of feel like you have to. This is an opponent so good at taking away the best weapon on the other side. So you have to be ready to come at them in different ways.
This is always an exhausting opponent to play, so it would be huge for them if some of their bench players could step up and contribute today.
Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Both free throws good from Len. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
Here's Bembry. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Plumlee. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Williams a screen. Feeds it to Warren. There's the dish to Daniels. Rebound by Muscala. The Hawks shooting just 35% to start the game. Here's Delaney. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Phoenix is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Daniels dishes to Len. And the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 4.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Bembry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot clock at 6. And Plumlee kicks to Muscala. Here's Delaney. Len grabs the board.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Left side Williams. Pass to Len. Shot from 16. Hangs in the air. And Williams lays it in. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the inside. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got his second basket of the night.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Ulis kicks to Warren. He dishes it to Len. Back to Warren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when you see T.J. Warren on the court, I just love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But, Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
He hits the second from the line. The Hawks trail by 5. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Here's the screen. Plumlee with the screen. Muscala, the pass to Delaney. Bembry. It's good from long range. Bembry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Back to Daniels. And that comes off the assist by Ulis. Daniels has got his first bucket of the night. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Delaney kicks to Taylor. Plumlee the pass to Taylor. Ulis with a steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oh, that's great D there. A little petty larceny as he just picks his pocket and takes it coast to coast for the finish.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now here's Taylor. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 50 seconds left in the first. But they'll get another chance. Rebound by Williams. Suns leading by 6. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here is Daniels. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pulls it from 20. With the putback. It's good on the putback. 6 points for Alex Len.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Hawks trail by 8. Left side, Taylor. Passes it to Bembry. Here's Plumlee, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Plumlee's got 6. Here's Ulis. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Right back after this break. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
On the court right now for the Hawks, Muscala and Plumlee, the bigs. Bembry out there with Taylor, and it's Delaney in at the shooting guard position. Smitty, a lot of guys are great shooters because of how fast their release is, how quickly they get it off. Who has the quickest release, you think, right now in the league?
Klay Thompson, I think, is the quickest right now. Some other guys, J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver, those guys can get their shot off quickly. Jamal Crawford is not, per se, a three-point shot, but off the dribble in the mid-range. Anthony Morrow, those are some of the names I think that get it off the quickest. But Klay, I would say, is number one in my opinion.
When you played, did you try to work on that, getting it off quickly?
I think with my size, I didn't have to, Kevin, so I just wanted the guy to get as close as possible so I can shoot it right in his mug.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Phoenix. Good on the second free throw.
And it's gotten to be an arms race around the league as far as player development. Every year, more teams investing in infrastructure. The Hawks no different. They cut the ribbon on a new 90,000 square foot practice facility this season.
And one thing that's different about the Hawks' new practice facility, it's a joint venture with a couple sports science organizations, including Emory University's entire sports medicine branch.
Yeah, Kevin, it gives the Hawks a competitive edge. No better way to stay on the cutting edge than to share a building with those paving the way.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Al Smitty, you look at Coach Bud, Mike Budenholzer of the Hawks. You got to love the equal opportunity offensive style he employs.
Yes, right out of the San Antonio Spurs playbook, a lot of passing. They talk about we want to get a great shot, not a good shot. Unselfish basketball.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Taylor. The pass to Delaney. Plumlee with the screen. Jumper off the screen. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And there's Ulis on the assist by Chandler. 6 points for Tyler Ulis.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Muscala dishes to Taylor. Shoots over Ulis. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Now, here's Ulis. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Atlanta, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Tyler Ulis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Suns. Payton comes in for Ulis. And a change for the Hawks. Collins checked in for Muscala. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Plumlee kicks to Bembry. There's the pick. That's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Suns.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
The Hawks trail by 9. Stolen by Jackson. Payton up top. Back to Jackson. He tries for 3. And the Suns miss again. Atlanta's shooting 31%. Not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Here's Taylor. The Hawks again can't hit. Phoenix leading by 9. Shoots from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And how about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And it's fair to say, Tyson Chandler, not the player he once was, but still a fantastic rebounder and eats up space and does everything you want from a big man.
And with Chandler, Greg, he still rebounds at a fantastic rate, even though he's the team veteran. As long as he gets minutes, he'll get you some boards.
And part of that is because he's always been one of the smarter rebounders in our league. Just aware of how to set up and track the basketball after the shot goes up. And he makes great use of his length and strength.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Chris, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And it's Devin Booker in for Troy Daniels. Yep, it counts.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Schroeder. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Over Chris, but he stays with it. The feed to Collins. Collins, a screen on Booker. Kicks it out to Prince. Buries it from three-point range. Prince has got 5 now.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Payton against Schroeder. Payton passes to Chris. That one, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Shooting confidently from long range. Schroeder with a great balance on that shot.
And here is Payton after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Out to Chris. A three ball. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his third assist on the night.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Prince. 14 points from him the last game against Portland.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Here's Schroeder, down by 12. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Sometimes you want to send a message, and a message was sent. What a dunk.
Payton, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's the screen. Here's Dedmon. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Suns leading by 13. Here's Booker. Here's Jackson. Another shot, and it's denied.
Bazemore, an excellent shot blocker for his size. His 7-foot wingspan catches you off guard.
And it's Schroeder in the corner, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. To take a look at the Warriors, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course, there's the Suns. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for Phoenix, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
Atlanta calls timeout, and it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press, and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that is totally different. I wish I would have been a guy that spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body.
Take a break.
And it's also their entire way they recover from the games of basketball. And I think that's why I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
So he gets them both.
and they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
He kicks it to Collins. Schroeder dishes to Collins. Schroeder against Payton. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that length. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. It reminds you a bit of a young Andre Iguodala at times with how explosive he can be athletically.
And one of the things that stands out about Josh Jackson out of Kansas, his playmaking ability at that forward position. For a guy 6'8", you can put the ball in his hands and let him create offense for you, much like a Draymond Green.
Phoenix leading by 15. Payton outside. Dedmon with the block. Offside Prince. Wasted no time on that one. Prince has got 7 points. And Josh Jackson, Greg, out of Kansas, able to step into that point forward role well.
And in today's game, you can't have too many playmakers on the court at one time. Josh Jackson is Draymond Green 2.0. You know, a little bit better athlete, can be a difference maker defensively, but also has that high IQ on the offensive side to make everybody better.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Payton. Second shot opportunity. Chris kicks to Booker. Chandler the pass to Jackson. He feeds it to Booker. Second chance shot. And there's the call on Chandler. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Lenz checked in for the Suns. Muscala, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks trail by 13. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon.
Oh! Nasty. Yes. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Out to Payton. For 3, Booker. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Schroeder kicks it to Bazemore. There's a good screen. It's Dedmon, top of the key. Prince up top, guarded by Jackson. Prince misses. Suns leading by 14. Here's Booker. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You know, Smitty, you had a long career. What was it, 14, 15 seasons you played for the Spurs, who've led the way on resting players and certainly extending their careers.
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but it's hard for me because I look at it as from a fan standpoint. When I played and now, you know, you have that kid and his dad coming to the game, and he doesn't get a chance to see that star player. And a lot of times there's 2 or 3 guys that sit out. I understand the rest is needed because it's a long term, but I wish guys could find a way, and coaching staff and organization maybe have rest days as far as practice, but let the guys play because kids want to see their stars play.
Right, but in the middle of your career, are you thinking, hey, I want to play long-term so this rest is good? Or are you saying, forget the rest, I want to play?
I just want to play. I mean, I think one thing is I never thought about long-term. I just wanted to play the game that was in front of me, the practice that was in front of me, the preseason game that was in front of me. You just wanted to play.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Bembry shot good. Bembry's got 6 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Ulis dishes to Len. There's the pick. Warren the pass to Len. The 11-footer. Ulis can't get it to go.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. He's covered by Warren. The drive by Schroeder. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Bembry misses.
You know what, I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Len's shot is off.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Atlanta making a switch here. Taylor's checked in. The Hawks trail by 16. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Plumlee with the screen. Out to the wing. Left side Taylor. Pass to Delaney. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. The kick out to Williams from deep three-point range, and there's Daniel. That's good on the assist by Williams.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. There's the pick. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Ulis. He's guarded closely. The Suns need to get a shot off. That one goes. Count it. Len's got 8. Taylor with the ball. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball's moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contested shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh. Gut check time, Ernie.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Booker and Jackson, the young perimeter pair. Chris and Chandler are up front, and it's Payton in at the one. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Dedmon. The past month has been surreal. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 15 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
All shots he's changed just by challenging them. Such a luxury to have someone like this as your last line of defense.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Booker. The Hawks trail by 21. Bazemore dishes to Prince. Kicks to Schroeder. Collins a screen on Payton. Here's Schroeder, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Schroeder's got 9.
He comes off screens like it's an agility course. Schroeder as elusive as they come.
Booker outside. There's a screen by Chris. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 19 points.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
They set the pick. Schroeder passes to Collins. It's Prince on the wing. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Josh Jackson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Atlanta, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Schroeder against Payton. Payton with the screen for Chandler. Back to Payton. Chandler up top. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Pocket 6. Chris. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Dishes it to Bazemore. And the 3 off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Kent Bazemore, a 6'5" wing with a almost 7-foot wingspan. That gives him some versatility. Able to defend 1 through 3.
And Kent Bazemore, a former Lefty Drizel Defensive Player of the Year at Old Dominion.
Well, he takes pride on that side of the ball. On that defensive end, he loves it. That's what's got him here today.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Booker. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And there's Booker on the assist by Chandler. Chandler's got his 6th assist on the night. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 9. Feeds it to Collins. Collins, a screen on Booker. Schroeder kicks to Collins. Back to Schroeder. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And we take a look here at the shot chart for Phoenix.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing, and I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's Prince on the wing. To halt the run, stolen by Jackson. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Payton with the ball. Suns keep it alive. And Chandler throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Here's Bazemore. The Suns getting the bucket. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
Here's Payton. Lays it up off the glass. Payton's got 9.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Bazemore dishes to Schroeder. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 13 points in the game.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Payton passes to Booker. Shoots over Bazemore. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. No good on the shot.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Booker. 23 points in the game. That one goes in.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Prince with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Shoots from the elbow. They get it again. Dedmon. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
And here's Booker. 25 points in the game. Chandler is screen. The drive by Booker. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Booker's got 12 points here in the second half.
Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, a scoring-minded point guard. We know that. Started his career backing up Jeff Teague. Last season, though, the Hawks handed Schroeder the keys.
And the Hawks see Schroeder as their starting point guard of the future.
And they're not the only one who likes him. A lot of other GMs picking up the phone wondering if the Hawks might be willing to include him in a trade.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And Dennis Schroeder very slippery with the ball in his hands.
Oh, yo, you see the quickness, Kevin. He can get wherever he wants on the court. It's all about finishing when he gets in there.
Good on the second free throw.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
Chandler is screen. Payton drives in. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Knocked away. Bazemore inside the 3-point line. Good on the jump shot. Bazemore's got 7.
He gets it off quickly. Bazemore much improved on the catch and shoot.
Chandler is screen. Payton kicks to Jackson. He tries for 3. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 5 assists in the game.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 14. Fires high post. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Jackson over Prince, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
First free throw is good. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Williams, he's checked in for Chandler. Warren comes in for Chris. Daniels, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Eula subbed in for Elfrid Payton. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Hawks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Plumlee with the screen. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at the Cavaliers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Hawks just way behind.
And right now for the Hawks, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
And that one's good. Daniels.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Find some space out beyond the arc.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Plumlee. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Plumlee's got 10.
Yeah, that's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. So it's Atlanta now. The Suns getting the bucket. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Here's Ulis. 6 points for him. Over in the corner, Williams. The dish to Warren. It's deflected. They push it up, 4 on 3. Here's Bembry, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Tyler Ulis.
2 shots, foul, 2.
For Atlanta, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots, loose shots.
That free throw, no good. And the demands of NBA basketball, no secret. The league has taken measures, Steve, to allow players more time for rest, which is good, and more time for recovery, which is better. Less back-to-backs. Do you think more can be done and should be done in those areas?
You know, I know the league is looking at it. The less back-to-backs is fantastic, and I think they're looking at the travel and the recovery. So as more and more they can limit back-to-backs, I think that helps guys recover. I think guys get a chance to be ready to go, because playing a back-to-back is extremely hard. And I think guys on their own are doing a lot to be able to take care of their bodies in the offseason. So I think both the players and league are doing a fantastic job.
Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Ran a screen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Atlanta's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Takes the 13-footer and off the front iron, and in it goes.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Warren kicks to Len. Pass to Daniels. Over in the corner, Williams. 5 on the clock, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Delaney. It's hauled in by Warren.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Here is Daniels. 8 points for him. Len. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Elbow. 2.
For Atlanta, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And that comes off the assist by Ulis. Ulis has got 6 assists in the game.
That's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Now here's Taylor. The Hawks have had some good chances at the line, but only gone 6 of 12 from the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Taylor. And Taylor drops them both. 1:39 left in the third. Now Ulis. 6 points for him. The kick out to Williams. He dishes it to Warren. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Here's Bembry. The Hawks again can't hit. Phoenix has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Fast break, the Hawks. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he makes the first but misses the second. And it's the Suns with the ball. Daniels passes to Ulis. To the paint. Len's shot is off.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
Delaney kicks to Plumlee. Hawks passing it around. Here's Muscala. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. In the corner, Daniels. And the foul called on Malcolm Delaney. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
.30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Here's Ulis. Return to sender. Takes the 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Ulis dishes to Williams. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. And we'll be right back after this. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Atlanta with the ball. On the court for Atlanta. He's guarded by Dudley. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Here's Len. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And you got to love the unselfish play of Bender. When he sees a teammate wide open, he does not hesitate at all to whip the ball over to him.
Stolen by Len. Knight with it. Over Taylor. Here's Daniels. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Plumlee with the screen, and Dorsey kicks to Plumlee. Right side Taylor, 6 to shoot, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Passes to Dudley. To the inside, Knight. Bender kicks to Daniels. Shoots over Dorsey. Rebound by the Hawks. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bender with the rebound. Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D. Takes it himself uncontested.
Outside Knight. The pass to Dudley. The feed now to Len. He kicks it to Knight. Bender with a wide open look. Off target from outside. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
You know, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think there's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now.
That's good from Plumlee. Second free throw, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Daniels passes to Bender. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the left wing. Plumlee against Len. Here's Taylor. Rebound by the Suns. Len's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
And here's the fast break. Shot from the wing. The shot misses. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Knight for 3. That one, no good. Hawks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Knight on the wing. Back to Len. In the corner, Daniels. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. Daniels has got 8 here in the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Back to Taylor. He feeds it to Plumlee. Len with the block. Up top, Dudley. Pass to Bender. Len kicks to Bender. Another 3 for Phoenix.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Inside, kicks it to Plumlee. Dishes it to Dorsey. Taylor against Knight. Plumlee with a screen on Knight. Taylor. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Daniels with it, working on Dorsey. Here's Bender. Rebound, Atlanta. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dorsey dishes to Plumlee. Dorsey passes to Taylor. Just 4 to shoot. Overnight, Atlanta again missing. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 13-3 run. Dudley's shot is good.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, do you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer. Now here's Schroeder, the high post shot, rebounded by Dudley.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
A second chance effort, Bender with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Hawks shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Knight. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. The Suns on offense. They're on a 20-3 run. There's a screen by Chris. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And he jams it with authority.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Knight, feeds to Bender. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. From down in the low post, it goes.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Schroeder against Knight. Daniels kicks to Chris. Off the screen, and the layup is up and in. Chris has got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The dish to Schroeder. Lets it go from 11. It's deflected. Here's Daniels. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Covered by Chris. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
You know I do, but I think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there and it's obvious play, that could cut the time, you know, because right now, sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important thing. What about you?
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect. And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call. You got to live with it.
Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Now, here's Ulis. He's guarded by Schroeder. Ulis dishes the lane. The 11-footer. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. To the paint. Here's Schroeder. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And with Schroeder's ability to shoot and drive, he commands the attention of the entire defense.
Outside Knight. Pass to Warren. Looking for Chris. He gets it there. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
You know, Smitty, as the game grows internationally, we've seen a contrast drawn between the academies, for instance, in Europe and Australia, and the youth basketball organizations in this country. Do you think we're doing it the right way? Should there be change, more policing of just how things are run at a very young level?
I think more policing, Kevin. I think also coaches being better equipped to be able to be around young kids. I think also how many games these kids are playing. I think obviously you want them to have games, but when they're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a weekend, I just think that's too much.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Now here's Schroeder. He dishes it to Dedmon. Misses from close range.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Phoenix has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Back to Ulis. Deflects the pass. Knight on the wing. The tray. The offensive rebound. Pass to Chris. From beyond the arc, and that comes off the assist by Ulis. Chris has got 20.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Alan Williams, he's checked in for Alex Len. .151 left to play in the final quarter. And here is Knight. Knight sets the pick for Williams. Stripped away. All by himself. Here's Bembry. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Now, here's Ulis. There's a screen. There's a screen by Williams. Knight wide open. Parries the long-range jumper. Knight's got 6 in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Now Knight after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the miss by Knight.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ulis passes to Knight. Here's Chris. Back to Knight. Puts it up from 15. That one wide left. Schroeder outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Defending Schroeder is much trickier than it used to be. Has developed his skills to go along with the athleticism.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 9 seconds left in the game. Outside Knight. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. With Elfrid Payton, bench was big tonight. How confident are you in their abilities?
Very confident. Those guys work on their games. They know that time's going to come, and then when the opportunity comes, they're ready for it. So I'm very confident in all my teammates.
Well, they had your back tonight, Elfrid. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.